Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here again for yet another video, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the previous episode, we got here to the Forest Temple after learning about what we need to do, and well, let's just beat some, well, ugly beings in this temple as we rescue the power that the Light Spirit was telling us about. How are you guys doing today? I'm actually recording this on the 1st of August, and I'm actually very happy because the first episode of this series is going up live in a couple of hours, actually in 3 to be exact. And not really sure why. I just really wanted to, get recording the Forest Temple, because right now, if not to spoil things, but I'm going to reference, let's see, Ocarina of Time. So, if you guys have played Ocarina of Time, in my main file, I am, let's just say, finishing up the first, 3 temples. Well, like, for example, the one where you get all of the Spirit Stones for Ocarina of Time. And, it's going very good. Have gotten all of the collectibles that we can get. Just actually, well, yesterday I finished the, damn it, I forgot. I finished the Forest Temple once again just to remind everything, as well as getting a little bit farther into the adventure so I don't, forget anything, because it would be semi-bad. Alright, so, let me see. I'm going to try to speedrun things. Oh, wait. Oh, what's going on? Was there has there been a monkey fight? Oh no, now we can get any farther. We might as well go back. I do know what's going on, but it seems like she wants to take you somewhere. So maybe you should just follow her. Alright, so yeah, like I said before in the previous episode, this is going to be the mechanic of the temple. We're gonna have to follow monkeys around. Now, on this first area, now let me see, I think we have to go, yeah, we have to go this way. On this first area, we're gonna have to rescue 4 monkeys, and later on this gets very interesting with the item that we're gonna be getting for, well, for the temple. As you remember, in Zelda games, or in the only Zelda games that I've played, in one temple you get, a key item, and that is going to be helping you throughout the, well, maybe not the entire temple, but it is going to help you, throughout most of it. We get a couple more rupees. Now, I suggest you defeat as many enemies as possible in here, because, well, let's just say you need a couple more rupees. I would recommend getting, full wallet before getting into, well, I'll just mention it later. Phew, out at last. Gracious, once I got here, I couldn't squeeze back out. You are a big help. Thanks. I've been looking for something here, you see. Gracious, yes. You must need something here, too. Shall we try working together for a while, fellow adventurer? You may think that I don't look like, you may not think that I look like much, but I can be quite helpful. So yeah, this is going to be, for example, going to help us out, returning to, like, the temple or shit. But this is not really, important at all. Now, this is kind of the first, trivia thing for, this game. Now, as you can see, I am not entirely sure. Like I said, I've only, 100%ed 2 Zelda games. But this thing that we just rescued, the Uku, is actually, the name is actually very interesting. If I am not mistaken, and if I am, I'm going to be putting it on the screen. As far as I remember, and I'm not, 100% sure, but I'm, I am sort of certain about this, that the name of this thing is actually the hexadecimal value for Link's green clothes. I mean, I'm not really sure if it was, his clothes or something, but like in the very first Zelda game, the color value for something regarding Link, if I'm mistaken, you are seeing some text on the screen right now, but yeah, it had to do with Link's color value, whatever, and that is where this thing came from. It's Uku, but it was obviously 00CC00. Now let me see. This thing is going to, no, I don't want to take out my there we go. Now if you just use your your slingshot, now the thing is going to be falling to its doom. Now I'm going to, like I said before, I'm going to be trying to speedrun this part, because I'm pretty confident that we can get through this part. Oh, and by the way, something that I haven't mentioned is that if you press minus, you can actually skip not all of the cutscenes, or like, for example, the things that we, because what we just saw is not exactly a cutscene. but you can skip most of the things by pressing minus, and that is very helpful. Something that I'm not going to be using a whole ton, but that I'm definitely going to be using in things that are not necessarily important for the adventure. And let me see, what was I talking about before we got into the Uku part? Well, as you can see, the model is very weird. It has like, you know, blue nipples or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's something else to talk about. Now, I have two funny stories. Well, not exactly funny. Well, one of it is funny, and then another one is, you know, kind of story time with Kaozbender, I guess. But one story that I'm going to be mentioning right now is actually, by the way, we have to wait for the monkeys because they're going to be helping us out to get back to the main area. Well, not the main area, but you know, just the center room in which we were just on. All right, now, oh yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to be, and by the way, this I'm going to be mentioning before the story time, and so I'm going to try to speedrun. Oh god damn it! I'm going to try to speedrun this, you know, to the best of my abilities, even though it's not going to be, like, exactly a speedrun, because we are going to be taking care of, there are 2 pieces of heart in this temple, and that is, you know, just pretty much it for important stuff. There's really nothing else that we can do, so you only need to get those. And, well, obviously, if you do want to get the map and the compass, that is very much needed. But for the other stuff, like for example the, you know, the big key for the boss, which is, you know, actually very, well, it's obviously important. That is just everything, and we're gonna go through that, and that's going to be very nice. Now, the very first piece of heart within this temple is actually located in this room, and we're gonna get to it. I'm just going to be opening up the room to, well, not the room, but I'm just going to open the way to, you know, to get it, and god. You know, I'm gonna attempt not to swear in these videos. Now, like I said before, I'm trying to make them, you know, a little bit more serious than the, you know, the usual Let's Play on my channel. Oh, damn it. Now let me see. So I'm just going to pick this up, and as you can see, okay, I'm gonna throw it right here. Yeah, okay, that was nice. So if you attempt to jump in between this, you will see that there is a, you know, plant that is going to eat your guts. But if you throw one of those bug bumps, it's, you know, it's obviously not going to do you any harm. Now, we want to go back in here to get another one of these bugs, and it's obviously going to be helping us blast through these rocks in order to go to another, well, and you can actually get another bump, which is located at the top of, well, like, for example, right here. But let's just go ahead and do this in order. Now, yeah, like I didn't finish saying, I'm going to try to speedrun this as, you know, to the best of my abilities, and yeah, you know, it's not going to be 100%, you know, efficient or shit. I mean, I might forget a couple of things, but I'm just going to try to do it, you know, as best as I can. And for the 3 parts, I'm going to try to do this, you know, very, very fast, because I actually really like the part that is coming up after this temple, because we have a lot more collectibles, and I really want to start working on the bios for the other collectibles that we're going to get. As you remember, I said that there are 3 types of collectibles, one of them obviously being the pieces of heart, and the next one is going to be, oh god damn it, I actually forgot there was a thing, you know, over here. Now, okay. Now, we can't really do any, you know, as far as I know, there is nothing we can do about these guys right now. But, we're going to be coming back to this specific room later on in the temple, because with the item that we're going to be getting, we're going to be able to obtain another piece of heart. And, I actually forgot what I was saying. Come on, I mean, I'm really not paying attention. I mean, on my practice file, it was fine because I looked where those things are, because now, since I'm focusing on the commentary, I'm not really paying attention to where the bugs are. But what I know is that there is actually a spider in here, so I'm not going to be falling for that one. And let me see, come on, please, can you die, Mr. Spider? Alright, that's awesome. So, okay, got a piece of heart, and with a small key that we got, we're going to be rescuing yet another monkey. Now, the piece of heart, well, I think I could potentially show it right now, but, you know, it's, we're not gonna be, getting it right now. As you can see, the chest is, well, if you can see it, I don't think you can. There is a small room, like, behind the platforms that rise if you light the torches. But right now we cannot do anything about it. Alright, so this took way too long to explain, and now as we rescue yet another monkey, I'm going to be telling you the funny story that I had. Alright, so if you guys remember, a couple of days ago I had my family playing through Mario Kart 8 with me on the videos, and obviously the one thing that I knew, you know, just getting into the videos, you know, even with my friends, was that, you know, there could potentially be some people going like, you know, just saying negative things about, you know, you know, about us and shit. And one thing that I did not expect, right? Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna skip this cutscene. As you can see, you can actually skip this, but I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna be skipping it. You know, it's not really that important, but you know, it's going to give you a clue as to what you need to do. All right, so the story time is that in the two videos with my family, what ended up happening is that, oh god, Jesus. Okay, I'm going to attempt not to swear. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to attempt. I know I can do it, right? Oh, okay, nice. Damn it. No. God damn it. Now, this actually works really well on, well, that actually worked really well on my practice file. But here, I actually lost one heart. Anyway, so on the videos with my family, you know, I was sort of expecting some comments about, you know, like, my parents or my sister and shit. But what I didn't expect is that right now, there are like 3 or 4 comments saying like, hey, your sister's hot, put her in more of your videos. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And when I got those comments, you know, I go to my sister, show her, and, you know, since she is not really into YouTube, and, you know, like, for her, the internet is just like, you know, for example, just a bunch of dudes and whatever. When I show her the, you know, the comment, she was like, oh, you know what this reminds me of? And right now I'm gonna put a picture. I don't know what this meme is called in English, but, this is what she imagined, the people... I mean, this is what she imagined the people to look like, you know, the ones who wrote it. I mean, no offense to those people, if you aren't watching it, but that's what she imagined, because since she's not really into YouTube, I guess that's what she, you know, kind of expected from the people who were like, oh yeah, your sister's hot. And I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of rude. And so one thing that I told her is that, okay, you can't really complain, because I much rather have people saying that you are hot to people saying, hey, your sister's fucking ugly, get her the fuck out of there. And by the way, this is the second piece of heart. This is the one that I was mentioning. You can get it right away when you enter this room, but for, I guess, you know, efficiency purposes, you can actually... And by the way, we have 4 monkeys, which is going to be very, very cool. And I think we can actually do. So as you can see, there is going to be the. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking care of the mini boss of the temple, because yeah, we can potentially end this temple in 3 parts, which is going to be really good. So yeah, that's the story. Just let me know what you guys think. If you haven't watched the Mario Kart 8 videos with my family, definitely go ahead and do so. I mean, my friends, my real life friends already watched it, and they can't get over like how my parents scream at like the game, and you know how my you know, especially how my dad swears. I think my dad is actually the star of those videos, because I mean, before recording them, I was like, okay, so they really liked it when you freak out, so you can swear, but just don't make it as extreme. But it seemed like I said the complete opposite and go, hey, swear as much as you can. That was definitely, you know, that was definitely really, really fun. Alright, so as you can see, we're going to be trapped in here, and there is going to be a monkey with his bare butt and, you know, a boomerang, which is going to be chasing us. However, it's really not going to be any problem. So first of all, he's going to be taking these things down, and the boomerang is going to return to him. Now, as any mini-boss, this is actually very, very easy, you know, especially because it's the very first mini-boss of, you know, of the temple. Just do a quick spin attack, and those things are going to be going down very, very easily. This is what you need to do once he launches his boomerang. You need to, you need to roll on the thing. Oh, I can do another hit. That's nice. You have to roll on this thing, and that is what's going to make him lose his balance. And when the boomerang returns to him, it's going to be hitting him, and boom, that's what you need to do. Now, the combo that I like to use is actually, something that makes this very, very fast. As you can see, we only got it in 2 cycles. You want to do focus with Z and press A for a jump attack, and then you want to do a spin attack. So that is going to be double attack damage on your first attack, and then the spin attack, which is going to be hitting him twice. And, for most enemies, this is going to be the case. You can hit them twice with your spin attack. And I could actually fit another, just basic attack in there. And as you can see, it only took us 2 cycles to defeat him. This is actually why I took him, took the mini-boss with the, on this episode, regardless that it's been like 16 minutes. And by the way, I'm not going to be using voice effects for this. I am the Fairy of the Winds who resides in this boomerang. You have freed me from evil, and now I have my true power back. Please take it with you. Use it to aid your quest, and may both my power and my blessing be with you. If you focus my power, whatever, don't need to use this because, well, we're gonna be using this right away. So we get the Gale Boomerang. This is awesome. One of my favorite items in the game. I'm going to be mentioning what my favorites are. My most favorite one, we're not going to be getting into. And by the way, yeah, Midnight just said that with the boomerang, that the boomerang is going to be aiding us in our quest, I guess. But let me see. So as you can see right now, you just want to use the Gale Boomerang on this thing 3 times, and then it's going to be erasing the wooden bars so we can actually get out of here. And one last thing that I'm going to be doing in the episode is actually freeing another monkey with the Gale Boomerang, and that is going to be pretty much it. I'm going to be returning to the room in which we got the first piece of heart, because as you can see, well, I don't think this is not very, very, I guess I should call it, like, very obvious in the minimap, but we're going to be, we're going to be taking a route in which we're going to be ending up in the room, which we got the first piece of heart. And as I mentioned before, we are going to be able to get another one once we have this item. So as you can see, this is the monkey that we need to free with the... we can actually finish this dude, and right in the balls. Damn. Alright. I know I said I was going to be doing this, kind of more seriously, but you can't argue that most of the finishing blows on these enemies are directly in the crotch. That is very funny. Alright, 18 minutes, this has been really good. Well, I guess there are still some monkeys you haven't freed yet. At this point, you should just save them all and see what you can get for it. Alright, so let me see, just one last thing that I'm gonna do is just getting back into the room, and I'm just going to be using the Gale Boomerang. Okay, I guess I didn't need to use it since, it's gonna be helping us here, and just use it right here. And that's going to be pretty much it. You're going to be ending up in the room in which we got the first piece of heart. At least that's what I think. Yeah, it is. But as of right now, it is a really good time to say that if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a comment and a like. If you liked the episode, let me know. But you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves. And until the next episode, when we continue our adventure in the Forest Temple, I will see you then. A sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage. You may be destined to become the hero of legend, but your current power will disgrace the proud green of the hero's tunic you wear.